presented by DraftKings. I'm Ros Wood, and as always, I'm here with my girl, Logan Hackett. Logan, what's goody?
Nothing. Honestly, just chilling, Kanda. I wish your background looks really good. Like everything about you looks amazing right now. I have to say that. But how are you?
Me? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this is an interesting background because I am at the LA studios. We have a big show because we have a big guest who's also co-hosting with us today. WNBA basketball legend, two-time Olympic gold medalist, Angel McCoughtry is joining the show. Go break it down.
I think they gave me the best background.
Oh, no, your background is nice. You look good. Why does my head look so big? Or maybe it's my hair. Is this ponytail? But we are coming to you from the LA studio, and Logan, you're in Canada.
And
we're so happy to have Angel here. Not only are we going to sit down and have an interview, but she's going to hang out with us in the first block of the show and break down some topics. So let me tell you guys what we have in store for you in today's show. We've got a big one and a great lineup. We're starting off, we are talking about MiLaysia Fulwiley going to LSU. And then the transfer portal, it's officially closed. We're going to discuss the impact. Chennedy Carter, she's off to play in Mexico. And WNBA training camp has started. We'll take you through what's training. Not only is Angel McCoughtry, basketball WNBA legend, here to break down these topics with us in the A block, my girl's gonna sit down. This is my home girl. We're gonna sit down and have a nice conversation and interview for y'all. So stay with us.
And as always, y'all, thank you so much for subscribing, commenting, liking, and following all the socials. But don't forget, new episodes drop every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all better be the first to click all the buttons. But y'all, are you ready for the show?
All the buttons. Subscribe, tell your friends. I'm ready to go. Let's go, Logan.
Starting off with MiLaysia Fulwiley, she is officially committed to LSU, and y'all, that was such big news. She leaves South Carolina averaging 11.7 points per game off the bench and is joining an LSU team that is going to be stacked offensively with 6 guards, including Flau'jae, who announced that she's returning for one more season. Now, there was so much drama around this transfer just in general, but LSU fans love it. SC fans hate it. Ros, do you think this is a good move?
That's a nice synopsis of things. First of all, congratulations to MiLaysia Fulwiley. A young person has decided on where she's going to go to continue her career. She's highly decorated. I think LSU, she continues to have a chance to contend for a championship. Coach Mulkey is someone where players have had the chance to be free and do their thing. You know, you mentioned Flau'jae. I think you think about those two guards and their energy and intensity and passion and speed. I think it could be quite electric over there. My other side of this, however, is that I don't think that MiLaysia was in a bad situation at South Carolina either. And I know there was a lot of critique when, Dijonai Lotson came over there and transferred in. Like, what did that mean for Fulwiley? And for me, I think in college, there's a progression that happens season after season. And I think that MiLaysia was on that. Let me take you through. So when she was a freshman at South Carolina, she was on the all-freshman team SEC. She was the SEC tournament MVP. She got to be a champion. Now, last season, sophomore year, she's the SEC Sixth Woman of the Year, Sixth Player of the Year. Her team contends again, gets to the championship game. She's in Stephen Curry's Under Armour, like highly visible, one of the Under Armour athletes. And let me give you another example. Last season, South Carolina had a slam cover. Who's on the cover? It's Chloe Kitts, Joyce Edwards, and MiLaysia Fulwiley. How often do y'all see a sixth player, a bench player, getting this kind of visibility and motion? You don't. And my point is, it was never about, was MiLaysia coming off the bench or not? It was never about that. Like, sometimes when people are so stuck on, oh, she's not starting or this and that, like you lose the bigger picture that it was South Carolina that was the platform and the vehicle, where you had the opportunity to shine, in my opinion. And it was never about like, did she have to start? She just had to continue to progress within the program and grow because we already knew what her talent was. But that's her prerogative. I actually think it's going to be harder for her at LSU to have to now gel and produce. There's more pressure for her to be a star there.
But Ros, that's not the mindset of a player. A player like Fulwiley is like, I'm on the magazine. Why am I not starting? I'm the most famous acrobatic player out here right now. I should be starting. But let me go back to Dawn Stanley. this is a problem that Dawn Stanley's going to have to deal with. She's one of the best teams in college basketball right now. She has so much talent that now she's going to have to navigate, how do I make all my players happy since I have all these talented players? Even the players on the bench can go on other teams and be starters. That is going to be the problem that Dawn is going to have to deal with, especially with this transfer portal. Sorry, this is not 2009 when we were in school, that we stuck through it and we had to battle it out, but players are leaving. Do I think Fulwiley would do well in LSU? Yes. I think she's a player that can fit into any system and do her thing. But her mentality is, I'm a star. I should have been starting, and I'm going to go somewhere where I can shine, have the green light, and not sit on the bench.
Yeah.
That's what she's thinking.
Well, the other side of this, too, is that and I'm not saying this is Dawn, I'm saying in general with the transfer portal now, coaches can sometimes stack up repetitively on talent, and sometimes it's almost like just maybe so somebody else doesn't get that star talent, or just like you it's an arms race, and then all of a sudden you got players who have to buy into sacrifice culture, which is actually what I bought into as a college player.
Yeah.
I don't think there's something so wrong with buying in and progressing over the course of years and having a sisterhood and earning your spot.
10 years ago.
right.
But
No, that's auntie talk. I'm talking auntie talk. I
This
feel
is
like a
auntie
old
talk.
head.
And that's how we think. We still think like that because we can't even fathom. Like one of the girls just left and went to from UCLA to USC. I forget her name.
London Jones.
London. Sorry to bring in London real quick, but in my mind, I could never leave Louisville and go to Kentucky. What?
Yeah.
So they're thinking different. They don't think how we think.
Are you saying because it's within the same conference?
It's a rival team.
They're rivals.
Well, what do you think about Fulwiley going from South Carolina to LSU?
It's not a rival team. But what we're saying is, the point is they don't think the way we used to think with the auntie mentality. We stick through it. We go through it. They want to be stars. They want to have it their way right now. And that's the way it's going. So coaches stack up the talent. I don't know if that's a gift or a curse, but I think coaches should just go off the potential of players, recruit potential, so you can at least get players to try to stay 3 or 4 years.
Logan, I know that you are not a fan of players transferring within the same conference. I know you were on a rant about that.
I don't know. I feel like in a case of London Jones, you're going from a rival. Honestly, the same thing can go for MiLaysia. When I saw that, I was like, damn, she's going to the Ops. And I think you know your competition, so you could be comfortable in there. But I mean, if I'm transferring, I want a complete change. That could just be me. You are going to the best coaches. And with MiLaysia, I actually found it really interesting that all of her posts had Kim Mulkey in it, which you don't really see. So maybe they have a great relationship, or maybe could that have been a jab at Dawn Staley? Who
Kim,
knows?
what was you doing behind the scenes? Kim, you was
They're
up to
tampering?
something. Kim, you've been tampering. You've been tampering. Ross?
I have nothing to say on that. I don't know, and I don't condone.
With all the transfer portal players and everything, we actually will not see anyone get into the portal again because it's closed. And I feel like it's been a record year. We saw over 1,500 D1 players go into the portal.
Whoa.
Like, we've never seen these type of numbers. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts are just on the transfer portal overall, and is it working for players?
Is that the number for real?
So many players in the portal. That doesn't mean they're all moved, right, Logan? That's not the case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about players that are sitting there. There are players sitting in this portal right now that have to go back to the school they're trying to transfer from, right? Talk about awkward.
669 have committed, which leaves about 854 or 56% who haven't committed, and 36 have withdrawn.
So you're talking about going back to the same school you were trying to transfer from? That is so awkward. I wouldn't even want to show up to practice and see coach.
You know what? Not in 2025. Like, it's a business now. Everything's so transactional, so for me, I think the portal is madness. And I'll first start with the reasons, the situations where I think it works. I think it works if you're an upperclassman and you're looking to improve your draft stock and you have a feeling that making a move to another team could better that. I'm with you. If your coach has blatantly recruited over you, I like the empowerment of, okay, I'm holding you accountable. I'm out. Okay, I'm okay with that. If contending for a tournament experience and you currently are a team that isn't doing that and that's important to you in your experience, we've seen that happen. And then also, Angel, another aspect of this that like we don't even think about coming from 2009, 2010, my God, the money is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've heard about some of these numbers. I've been hearing like 200, 300,000 being thrown around for someone to go to K-State and average 8.9 points per game.
I can't imagine.
With Olivia Miles, $1 million was in the conversation.
I heard Olivia Miles. Again, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I'm not even going to say a name. You didn't even hear me say a name, but I have heard the number of 1 million thrown around.
I mean, who can turn that down? Like, if I'm in school, now that I rethink about it, if I'm getting $1 million, I'm gone. Ros, you know you're gone too.
If you think about it, like, that money is very real. First of all, most people coming out of college, regular people, are in debt.
Yeah.
And there's an issue with a debt-laden generation coming out of college. On top of it, as somebody who participates and exists in the adult real world, most adults don't even have like 250, 300,000 in savings account.
At all.
Right?
At all.
So now as a basketball player, you might be able to come out of school debt-free with, after taxes, maybe it's 175,000, 200,000, whatever it is. Like, you have to pay attention, I think, because especially in a time when people can't even buy houses now. That's a down payment on a house.
Yes.
This is life-changing money.
So can we ask NIL, can y'all do like a Legends campaign for us, like me and Ros who missed it?
Yes.
Hey, jeez.
Yes. But again, auntie talk, like, I do think there is something to be said about sisterhood, working your way through a program, having a fan base that loves you over the course of years. Like, I feel like my experience built a lot of character in me. And there were other things that provided value that weren't necessarily monetary value, and later became monetary value anyway. Sometimes it's not immediate dollars, but, you know, not everybody's going to get to be Hailey Van Lith. And even Hailey Van Lith, as a case study, almost didn't have the Cinderella ending. Like, LSU, her transfer from Louisville to LSU, it was okay. It was mid, but it worked out at TCU for her, and she did elevate her draft stock. But boy, you know, that could have went a lot of ways. And so there's not all of these people in that transfer portal you mentioned, Logan, not all of them are going to be Cinderella.
Grass is not always greener, guys.
Exactly. And actually, on the topic of what's good for players, we saw Chennedy Carter make a move by announcing that she'll be playing professionally in Mexico for LNBPF Team Adelitas de Chihuahua. And I mean, she's coming off one of her best seasons in the W, but wasn't able to sign with the team for training camp, or I guess next season. And I feel like it's kind of boiling into more things that are off the court, but just based on what she's been through, do y'all think it's a good step for her to make her way back into the W?
Chihuahua.
I wanted to say what, like, my brain was like, don't say it.
First, I want to say, Kennedy, be patient. It is coming. You're going to get back in the WNBA. Going to Mexico, fine. But I hope you put in your contract that if I get a WNBA contract, I can leave whenever I want. If you didn't put that in your contract, oh my gosh, we need to talk to your agent. You're going to get there. Be patient. Keep working out. Keep training. Keep a positive attitude. Keep letting people know that you're maturing as a player, and you're going to be fine. You had a great season last year in Chicago. You're going to be fine.
More than a great season, Angel. Kennedy came off of a career season in Chicago and then went to China and was the league MVP.
Oh.
Do you know she's only 26 years old? So Kennedy is not even young. She's not even in her prime yet.
Yeah.
Very, very talented. This is clearly not a basketball issue with Kennedy. It's very much like concerns about, to use quotes, like her impact on a locker room. And so I think what Kennedy needs to demonstrate is maturity, is leadership, is growth. And I actually think the opportunity to play in Mexico gives her the chance to do just that. They already know she can hoop.
But show in Mexico that you're not a problem child, that you can do what you need to do. We all know that Kennedy has a great heart. Yes, is there some things that she needs to work on, mental health issues that she needs to get some help with? Yes, we all do. But show that you're working on progressing those things, and you're going to get back in.
Yes, I was surprised and saddened for her that apparently there was no training camp offer that came after her delivering such a great year. And so I'm very hopeful that she's able to demonstrate that and have an opportunity again. Do you think it's as somebody who's played in the WNBA, do you think it's surprising or overstated the amount of, like, she's getting penalized, like the amount of attention on what she might do in a locker room versus the clear talent that she has? Are you surprised by this?
I'm not surprised because I've known her very well. And I do know that there is some things that needs to be worked on with that. But I think it's stuff that can be fixed. These are fixable things. And I know that if she shows that she can mature and fix those things, and be willing to want to do the work, there's no doubt in my mind. So that's all she has to do is just show that she can do the work, not just on the court, but personally and professionally.
Absolutely.
Ros, you mentioned China. She was the league MVP, but her numbers were like, they stood out big time to me. She was averaging 31.4 points per game, had 250 pieces back to back. And then in one game, she had 33 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists, and 5 steals. So she's a dog right now.
She's a dog.
Like, she's
so
putting
the agent should be
that
throwing
work.
those numbers.
Yeah.
The agent should be throwing that in GM's faces. Like, are
There's
we
a
doing
team
that?
that needs it. There's a team that needs the talent. But, you know, I think, would you, as a GM, would you prefer peace in your locker room over her talent? Is it worth it?
It depends on some things.
Okay.
Like I said, if she's doing the work, it's worth it. But it can get rough. So show that you're doing the work, Kennedy. That's it. I'm giving you the gems. And get a vet that'll take you under their wing and guide you. You gotta listen.
I'm not even trying to say that, and no player as an adult, no adult needs to be babysat, but you mentioned a vet. Also, maybe a team might think about hiring Teresa Weatherspoon, who as a coach was able to get the best out of Kennedy and not only just be there for Kennedy, so many players, especially during Unrivaled that I've spoken to that have played for a Spoon, speak about running through a wall for her. Derica Hamby, Jordan Canada, obviously Angel Reese. So, you know, hey, look, maybe that's, if you're thinking about bringing in Kennedy, maybe it's also a Teresa Weatherspoon move.
Yeah, let's get Spoon back in. I think Spoon did a great job. I think there were some things, obviously, professionally that we could have saw a little bit better with locker room stuff and things like that. But that's basketball, right? You talking about you got 12 women during a whole season. Arguments is going to happen. You got all these different women personalities. It happens. But I think Spoon, it was a learning experience for her as a coach. And I think she's going to come back better. So someone please get Spoon back in.
We love Spoon.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we are wishing Kennedy all the best. I really want to see her thrive, and I think y'all do as well. But coming up, Ros is sitting down one-on-one with our girl, Angel. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, Good Follow? It's your girl, Ros Goldenwoode, and I am coming to you from our LA studio. We have a special guest joining me today, also my friend and a basketball legend. She was the #1 draft pick in 2009 and then followed up as the Rookie of the Year. She's a 5-time WNBA All-Star, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She played both sides of the ball, a 2-time scoring champ, a 2-time steals leader. Our girl, friend to the show, friend to me, Angel McCoughtry is here. What's going on, Angel?
Thank you so much, man. The introduction was amazing.
I mean, I could have said more. I could have said multi-hyphenate, musician, director, multifaceted businesswoman.
Stop it.
But, you know, just cool as a fan, because I know you came here from Egypt, from Turkey. You pulled up on Good Follow from
I had to
Worldwide.
pull up on you, man. It don't matter where I am in the world. I'm going to pull up on you, Ros, because I know what you've done to the game. You've been around the game. I remember you from high school.
Yeah, I remember
we worked out together in high school.
Absolutely.
Nike camp.
Yeah. I remember
And-
you more from college.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you were a beast. We're the same class.
Yeah. But I feel like we never got to play each other. We never played.
We were in the same Final Four.
We were.
Yeah. I remember
St.
you
Louis.
clearly from the Final Four.
Final Four.
But we didn't play.
We didn't play.
No.
How did that work out? Because we played Oklahoma. Who did you guys have?
I think UConn. And we
Damn.
Oh, and did we beat UConn that year? We did.
You did beat them that year,
But
but
we lost
you lost in
to-
the finals. And we wanted y'all so bad. Because obviously we
Wait,
didn't
what
want
does that mean?
But just more so.
Why did you want Stanford?
Because-
You thought we were the easier path?
Not even that. Just we were just tired of UConn. They were always there,
Right,
so we just
right.
like somebody different. We wanted y'all. You know what I'm saying? But same Final Four, y'all.
Okay.
Come on. You know what I'm
But yo, thank you for pulling up on the show.
For sure.
Actually, let's go there. Let's go
go,
back
yeah.
to 2009.
Ooh, a long time ago, Ross.
It is becoming a long time.
Shit,
now.
how old are we now?
Shoot, I'm 25. I don't know about you, but
I ain't scared to say it. I'm 38, about to be 40.
in 2009, you were the #1 draft pick. And I want to take you back in memory lane. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
Take a look.
With the first pick in the 2009 WNBA draft, the Atlanta Dream select Angel McCoughtry from Louisville. So Angel McCoughtry, who a lot of folks thought would be the #1 pick,
but this just tells you a lot of stuff we were hearing. She wouldn't be number one, but still a great pick for Atlanta. Oh, I think it's a great pick for Atlanta.
How awesome was that? Number one draft pick. What do you remember about putting your fit together for draft day?
It was pandemonium.
First of all, the silk press was giving. It was laid. And how about the black leather with the office pencil skirt? 2009.
Seriously, we picked that out an hour before.
No way.
Literally, I told you I didn't have no money. I don't know nothing about fashion. I just got there, and then I think somebody else's designer was like, "Here, just put this on." I was like, "Thank you."
Take this gray pencil skirt.
I was like,
but that was also the fashion then, like office couture, if you will. But
yes.
I mean, can you imagine now? We literally just came off the 2025 draft, and it's like orange carpet, like stylists, there's coach bags, partnerships. How do you compare the drafts from then to now?
You can't compare it. We had none of that. I mean, literally, it was just a small room with coaches and family. Now you got the influencers there, so much coverage. It's amazing to see the growth of that.
Yeah. But you were still holding it down for
We had to hold it down for what it was. We held it down for what we had.
Yeah. So actually, continuing on, you were a hit right away. Like your number one draft pick, and then you're the rookie of the year. What,
actually,
you don't think so?
Not right away. Because
Talk
there's
to
a
me.
story behind it. Like, I didn't play much coming in.
Okay.
And everybody's like, she's a number one pick. Why she's not playing? This is a true story. Shaylee Lenning was drafted maybe like second round. She was starting. And I was pissed, of course. I'm like, I'm ready to play, man. What is this? Come to find out, the middle of the year, because DeWanna Bonner was up to be rookie of the year. The whole half of the season. I wasn't.
Okay.
Shamika Hosko got
hurt.
I finally got my chance to come in and play. My first game, I got to play 30 minutes. I had like 40 points.
Damn.
And from then on, like, I wound up winning the rookie of the year from playing half the season. And a lot of people don't know that. Because I did not play in the beginning.
Yeah.
I might have averaged, you could look at the stats, I might have averaged maybe like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you just had to stay ready for your moment then.
I was ready for the moment. I was pissed, but I stayed ready. And that's the key to the kids. You stay ready for your moment. It doesn't matter what you're going through, you stay ready.
Was there a vet that helped you like stay in the right mindset to be ready for your name to be called?
Not during that time. Later on, I wound up getting vets that kind of took, like a Tamika Catchings. She was a great vet for me. Taj McWilliams was great because I had gone through a lot in my career. And Taj was one who really encouraged me during my career. So those kind of vets. So I always said to myself, as much as I went through in the WNBA, I got to be that kind of vet to these kids.
Right.
I make sure, even if I'm not in the WNBA right now, I'm constantly hitting up kids, DMing them, you good? If one tears the ACL, because I tore mine twice, you know what it's like.
Totally.
You tore your ACL.
my ACL as well.
Constantly helping the kids.
Yeah.
You know, behind the scenes.
Is there any sense of like, and I don't know this about you, do you have a chip on your shoulder in some ways? Because, you know, to win a Rookie of the Year off the half the season, there was somebody who wasn't ready to give you your chance right away.
Always. I had that chip from being in Louisville. Louisville was not in the top 25 before I got there ever. Louisville had never been past the first round of the tournament ever. Louisville was not a name in women's basketball. It was Rick Pitino in basketball, and it was football. People were like, why are you going to Louisville when I signed? I'm like, I feel something. That's all I could say. Young kid, I just knew that's where I was supposed to be. So I always had this chip. I remember I went to the men's game. I saw all the fans. I'm like, I can't wait to have my first college game tomorrow. 18,000 seat arena, it was 500 people. It looked like 2 people was in there. And I said to one of the upperclassmen, I said, where's everybody? She's like, this is it. And I'm like, what? I said to myself, this is gonna change. By my senior year, sold out crowds, 18,000 full. And this is before like the new, the new of now. And we did it. From having that chip on my shoulder. So when I got to the WNBA, I always had that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You seem like the type when you put your mind to something, you do it. And you've been a part of a lot of greatness and also shifting programs into greatness. So we talked about on top, like, you know, you guys made it all the way to the Final Four. You eventually made it to the championship, but dropped to UConn in 2009. Your dream, the very next season in 2010, made it to the WNBA finals. And I actually have it written. You were at the finals in 2010 versus the Storm. In 2011 in the finals again versus the Lynx this time. You then returned back in 2013 in the finals versus the Lynx again. Unfortunately, in all of these, you fall short. But this is different time. This is a 3-game series. I believe you, respectfully,
don't forget Vegas. I went to the finals with Vegas.
Well, yes, but I'm just talking about Atlanta now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
so while you're with the Atlanta Dream.
3 times.
And so these happen to be sweeps because You guys are so close. You get there all these years in a row. Now that you've had some distance from it, what did the dream need? Like, you can look back and say, what did we need to break through to that chip?
I think as far as me individually, I needed to be a more mature player during that time. And maybe what we needed was just a little more, just one more piece. You know, Sue Bird, she was experienced star. I was a young star. She had all her pieces around her. They deserved it. The Lynx had an all-star team. You know what I'm saying? How can you beat them with all the talent they had? We didn't have nearly as much talent, but we were always scrappy, kind of like the Louisville team. We didn't have the talent, but scrappy and worked harder than everyone else. That's how we got there. But we needed another piece. Obviously, Tiffany Hayes came in and was like a second piece for me. Don't forget Sancho Little, Arca de Souza, Iziana Castro. They were all like amazing, but we just needed one more like go-getter to get it. So, dang, a lot of my career is like went to the finals, fell short, went to the finals, fell short. But I can't take away the amazing career that it's just been amazing. And those are like, I feel like if I do get on the team now, I feel like I could be the piece to know what it takes to win it. Because I've watched how they won it. I've watched these teams. I saw what they did. I saw the mentality. I saw how they played. So I kind of know what it takes to get there. So if I do get on the team now, I feel like I can help them with that missing piece to finish and win a championship. Because I feel like I know now what you got to do to actually win it, if that makes sense.
What do you got to do to win it? What does it take?
It takes, number one, teams that pat each other on the back the most and have great chemistry, you're there. You know, talent, you got to have the talent. And you got to mix experience with young. You don't have an all-old team or you don't have an all-young team. You don't win like that. You got to have a mix of both. So in the league, it's a lot of young teams that maybe need a vet. That's how you win it.
I know last season you were vocal about, hey, I'm still looking to get picked up. Right now, you're still looking to get picked up.
I'm still looking to get picked up. I'm going to put it like this. I can't wait another year. I'm almost 40. Do I still have it? Yes. Is my body still in shape? Yes. If I get picked up this year, I have 3 years left. If I don't, I'm going to call it because I can't wait another year to get in the league. So I'm going to call it. And that's going to be it.
Yeah. So if you don't get picked up this season, you'll retire?
I am.
Do you have closure around that?
I didn't for a long time. I was really depressed for like 3 years. I've been depressed. Like, I didn't leave the house. I couldn't watch the game. I had lost my identity. But I think now I've learned, like, your identity is more than basketball. You can't shut yourself down because of a game. And now you see I'm getting out more. I'm starting to go to games more. I've healed a little bit. I do want to finish on the court. But if not, I'm starting to get that closure, like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. You can move on to the next thing knowing that you did give your all every game. I never played for money. I made $44,000 as a #1 pick. So we're not playing for money. I worked my butt off as if I made $1 million. And I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And to me, you are so much more than basketball. My goodness. Like, you know, but it really was was it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like around 2018, like a couple of injuries started to start and stop, put some pauses on your career. And it really was that. And so like, what did you do to help yourself find some peace around these injuries that suddenly shifted where you were?
And I had never been injured ever in my career. I thought I was strong and I was invincible. Nobody can guard me. That's what you think when you're young. Girl runs into my leg. I fall and I'm like, dang, this hurts. And then I get up and I walk away. And I'm like, I'm gonna be out for 2 weeks. I have a sprain. That's what I'm thinking. Because I've seen people tear their ACL. I've seen it in person. People are not getting up. They're in pain. They heard a pop. I didn't hear a pop. They don't get up and walk off. I did. Go to the doctor next day. I'm like, yeah, I got a sprain, doc. Just let me know. Well, let's still get the scan. He gets the scan and he's like, oh, you have damage. I'm like, what damage? Your ACL is torn. I'm like, no, it's not. I told him, no, it's not. I go see another doctor. He's like, you have ACL damage. I'm like, no, it's not.
You're not accepting this.
Went to a third doctor. He was like, your ACL is torn. Then I had to believe it. 3 doctors. Crying, bawling. Had my biggest contract overseas during that time. I'm making over $1 million. We don't make that in WNBA. So to make over $1 million overseas for my first time, oh my God. And it's shut down. It's done. It's done. I'm at home. not making money, can't play, can't have walk, can't do things I'm used to doing that you take for granted. Who am I? That's when it started. Who the hell am I? What can I do after basketball? That's how I started to learn. I have to find what I'm going to do after the game. I like music. I like being creative. That's how it started. Honestly, if I didn't tear my ACL, I wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know what I can do after the game.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, I truly, fully believe that. So,
Yeah.
who are you? Who are you outside of basketball?
I am a creator. When people ask, what are you going to do after basketball? I create. Anything creative, I do. I love it. I love creating something that didn't exist, and now it's something, whether it's music, a movie, and I'm in a space where I really, truly love.
Yeah.
Are you going to get into coaching, Angel? I'll coach the kids, no problem. Not right now for like coaching as far as college or anything like that. Not right now. But I'll
Coaching
coach
in college right now with the portal, it's all crazy.
Not that. Coaching in WNBA? Not yet. Later.
Okay.
But right now, creativity,
Yeah.
making movies. I'm a director now.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
this space.
I've seen you making music. You've directed your own films. You've been an entrepreneur with the ice cream shop. I've seen you active in the motherland. You've been in Africa doing things. What has it been like for you building out and exploring these lanes? And what's been meaningful for you? What do you like? This sticks.
All of it. All of it. Like, to go to Africa and help the kids, and I just do that by the grace of my heart, just as volunteer work, that gives me more than I give to it. So I'm gonna continue to do that. The creative space, the ice cream shop, I love putting smiles on people's faces. People smile when they eat ice cream.
Yes.
Nobody's depressed. I love that. And then like making movies to create stories. Like, we need more than Dijonai Man 11 basketball. Don't we deserve more?
100%. You know what stands out to me about you?
What?
You are not afraid to put yourself out there. Sometimes when people are known in this one lane, like I hoop, you'd be nervous to suddenly put out a music video of you singing. You never been nervous?
They make fun of me. Don't get it twisted.
It's very vulnerable. It's vulnerable for me to even put out a clip on social media. I'm like, what if I don't get enough likes? Let alone to put out some music or make a film?
My first song was released in 2011. Everybody. I got negative backlash from everybody. It was, what are you doing? You're a basketball player. Don't do this again. It sounds horrible. And I was like, dang, I like it. I didn't stop. Now I got my first placement. I'm in a video game. Like, my music is in movies, commercials, all because I didn't stop. So taking the risk is not about letting people affect what you do. You got to continue to do it.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable,
Yeah.
but it's like, take me as I am. Either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
I'm not signed with a label, but my music is, you like it or you don't. It is what it is.
I'm gonna take us back to a little bit of basketball talk real quick, because we had been talking about some different eras of basketball, and you got to see be on great teams and play against some dynastic teams. So we mentioned Sue Bird and the Seattle Storm, and Stewie was there, and you also saw the dynastic Lynx, Maya Moore and them. How would you compare those teams versus some of the great teams of today, like the Aces or even the Liberty, who are champions now?
Y'all gonna get mad at me for this. I'm gonna just say this. Our era, I feel like, is way tougher than now. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. No days off in our era. This era, you can get a day off guarding. I had to guard Simone, Tamika Catchings, Maya Moore, Maya Moore, different people that today, they didn't give you a day off. After guarding Tamika Catchings, I need a week off. The bruising and the banging and to guard Simone, she got my knees shaking side to side.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. So today, yes, there are tough players. It's just a different dynamic. It's more finesse now. Back then, Cheryl Ford was gonna bang you up. You needed a week to recover, and you still had to go play a back-to-back.
Yeah.
So I think this era is still great. It's still great basketball, but I think the toughness was a little bit in our era.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that, because some people are gonna get offended.
Yeah, well, the style of play is a little bit
It's a
different
style
too.
of play. I could put it like that.
Because there's some great players right now. And
Oh
a
my
lot of people
God.
would say the product of women's basketball has improved over the years.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
Pushback.
Men are like, oh, y'all playing now. No, we've been playing. Don't get it twisted. It's just now y'all noticing. You're noticing the play now. So the game has been amazing. It's been exciting. Are there more fans now? Yes. Is there more notoriety now? But don't get it twisted that we ain't been hooping. These girls been hooping.
Facts.
Yeah.
One last lane I'll take you to is just the Olympics.
Ooh.
So 2-time Olympic gold medalist here. I was actually at one of the Olympics you were at, the Rio Olympics in 2016. I was covering men's basketball. But it was a great experience.
Did you at NBC?
I was.
Nice.
Yes.
See, Ros does it all. Like, what don't she do?
Yes, I was actually supposed to cover the women, but Craig Sager was very sick. And so I ended up taking his spot on the men's side.
Dope.
But I know that you and the men's team that year was unique. You were living on the boat. And it was like this unique kind of situation. There should have been a reality series out of it. Like, what can you remember that was just so interesting, maybe funny about the dynamic of the men's and women's team living on this boat together in the Olympics?
I can't repeat everything, right? Because, it's an NBA team. Let them, but it was fun getting to know them better, like just hanging out as like brothers and sisters. It was a lot of fun with them. They have some different kind of fun. But I think the support with each other, we was at their games, they were at our games. It was so much fun. Obviously, the special one for me was 2012 because I got to experience Kobe. Kobe wasn't at 2016.
Okay.
He hung around us. Kobe didn't hang with the men's team. He hung with the women's team. And that was really special. He was so invested in us. And he would come to our practice. He would watch our practice early. No men wasn't there but him. He's watching us and he's like teaching me a move. He's like, this is how I do my move. And I'm like, learning. I'm like, okay. And then he'll go to the other end and practice. When he's done the other end and practicing, you got 10 guys on this side of the court and he's down there by himself. Nobody's gonna bother him or go shoot. You know how you go shoot with somebody else? I'm like, they won't even go shoot at his goal. The respect.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But the fact that he just wanted to be around the women, it was just such a respect before the respect was there from one of the best. And that goes to show you that he led the way in what women's basketball is now.
Absolutely.
For sure.
He always, I feel like game recognized game. And obviously he had a lot of passion with his daughter being a hooper as well. So,
And in 2012, they were babies. So she wasn't even hooping yet.
Right. So he already had the love for the women's game and the respect.
Because 2012, what were they like? 5, 6, 7, 8. They wasn't even playing yet.
Yeah.
So the respect he had before his daughter was even hooping, it was already there.
Yeah. What did Kobe say to you?
Oh, many things. Like, he kind of said the same to me that he said to Drew Lloyd. Like, there's no such thing as a fluke. Like, you missing shots. What do we call it again? What's the name? When you missing shots over and over.
Oh, a slump.
I couldn't think of it. There's no such thing as a shooting slump. It's just the next shot. Like, stuff like that. Like, the mentality, he's teaching you things that, because a lot of people are in their head with basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball's more so like people just, their game is messed up from this.
Yeah.
Not your skill. He trains this first.
Yeah.
When you train this, the rest is going to be there. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's the Mamba mentality he was talking about.
That.
Yeah. And, just to continue on the thought process of Olympics, and I'll get you out on this. Is the Olympic process, and put your broadcaster hat on for this one.
Yeah.
Is the Olympic process, like, are there politics to it? Like, I know that 2016 Olympics was controversial. If you remember, Candace Parker was not put on the team, and, it's been very public about the hurt that had. She said, I'm not coming back. Also, my sis Nneka Agumake wasn't on that team, and she was the MVP of the WNBA that year. They had just won a championship. In looking back, in retrospect, do you think that, in particular for those two, like, it's regrettable, the decisions?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They should be in a team. There's no way Candace Parker is not on a team. First of all, how am I on that team and not Candace Parker? Like, I'm saying that out of respect. Like, there's no way Candace Parker is not on that team. Candace Parker should be on the team today, as long as she want to be on the Olympic team. She is the mayor of women's basketball. She is the head of women's basketball. Without her starting this, obviously of Cheryl Swoops and all of them, but Candace is that one. It shouldn't have happened. I feel that us as women, and I feel bad because we shouldn't have allowed it to happen. We should have gotten together and spoken up on it. I feel like that's what we have to be better at, is coming together with women speaking up for other women. So I can get emotional saying that I felt bad, that I felt like I should have spoke up for Candace. And got rally the troops. Same thing for Nneka. I'm gonna speak up now and say Nneka is an MVP. Nneka should have a shoe deal. And I don't want to say like, oh, they missed the wave up. No, forget that. Give Nneka a shoe deal. Who's she with? I don't even know. Is she with Adidas?
I think Adidas.
Adidas? Because I'm with Adidas. Give her the shoe deal. Same with other, Dewana Bonner could have been an Olympian.
Yeah.
It's so many players, but those two are regrettable. And I feel emotional about that for sure. Absolutely.
Do you think it was politics?
A little. A lot of things are politics, you know.
In life.
Especially when it comes to women's sports. I'm learning the politics side now, not being in the league. I never knew it. I was a star all these years. I got to play. Teams wanted me. I get hurt, and I get hurt again, and I'm older, and teams don't want you. You see it. I didn't see it before. I'm in this, cocky bubble of I'm a star. It happens, but the beauty of it is that Candace won in other ways.
Absolutely.
And I'm proud of that part. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about it. Things happen for a reason. And all of your careers have been highly decorated and legendary in its own right, and I truly appreciate your humility right now, your willingness to just kind of share honestly and to speak up for other players and also to sit with me in this interview.
Let's go. We're here, man. And it's time for us to go party. It's Ros's birthday, y'all.
Yes,
we gotta go
my
party
birthday.
now.
Well, thank you for joining me. We'll celebrate my birthday.
Let's go.
Thank you, Angel.
Gotta go celebrate y'all.
Welcome back to Good Follow, presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. What's up, y'all? I'm Ros, she's Logan, and that was Angel McCoughtry, just basketball legend. It was so great to shoot the breeze with her, get to know her, and also to have her on as a co-host on the show. She was great, right, Logan?
So good. I love her personality, but I want to get into a game. I'm so excited for this one. We have a new game called This or That Training Camp Edition. So we're going to see a question.
This graphic is crazy.
That's the closest I've ever been to being a basketball player.
This or that.
So we're going to see a question about training camp, and we have to guess if it was this player or that player. You ready?
Okay, go.
All right, the first one. After scoring a 3 in training camp, this player celebrated scoring by banging her head against a wall. Was it Caitlin Clark or Sophie Cunningham?
Our girl Caitlin Clark, she be emoting hard.
Crashing out for no reason.
She be letting that passion come out. I think it was Caitlin Clark.
I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, I hope she's okay, first of all. But I love her celebrations. She has so much aggression to her, but she's like so calm with it.
Yeah, she got her own style for sure.
As for the next one, a player walked down their training camp tunnel with a wagon full of shoes. Was it Enrique Ogunbowale or Rikia Jackson?
I'm actually unfamiliar with this one, but based off, they both got crazy swag and both are like fashionistas, but I'm going with Enrique. I feel like her shoe game is crazy.
Yeah, I actually saw this video. I think it was one of the first training camp videos that I saw. Dallas has been killing it with the content. But yes, it is Enrique.
Go Dallas. The content has been contenting. I mean, they're giving unrivaled content vibes, right?
Oh, yeah. And honestly, great time to do it, especially with Paige there. But speaking of the Wings, they let their players tweet from the team account, and a lot of them went viral, making a lot of noise. But which player tweeted, Dijonai can't guard me? Was it Ty Harris or Paige Beckers?
Paige Beckers. And then I think Dijonai said Paige needs to get some sun.
Yeah. I love their relationship already. It's so good.
Also, bun Paige, no more braids. She's giving Diana Taurasi. Okay.
I like it.
You know when a girl changes up her hair, she's going through a life change. Let's go, Paige.
New hair, new me, or new hair, new Paige. But as for the next one, we have this player's basketball ick is when other people's sweat touches her, and I would absolutely have to agree. Is it Kalia Copper or Sydney Colson?
I think it's Ka.
I actually don't know this one. I would go with
either.
her too. But Sydney does kind of seem like a clean freak.
Who is it?
What is my basketball ick? Other people's sweat touching me. What is my basketball age? Other people sweat touching me.
Yeah, so it's Ka.
Yeah. Makes sense. And the next one really grossed me out. This would be my ick. When asked, what is your most unhinged group chat name? This player, reading it is so gross. This player confessed her family has a group chat named Finger Toes. Is it Kelsey Plum or Cam Brink?
I saw this in passing because my whole algorithm is women's basketball. It's Kelsey, right? But like, why?
Yeah. And her whole explanation of it is just so gross. I don't know. I hate feet personally, so I might have just got a little icked out, but
your most unhinged group chat name.
Oh my God. It's called Finger Toes. And it's because everyone in my family has their second and third toes are longer than their first big toe.
Wow. It's in the bloodline. Is that like kind of like pterodactyl feet? I know you're so grossed out.
She could have saved the last part.
Is that like vestigial? Is that the word for that? When things maybe like came from like back in the days, like being dinosaurs, or I don't even.
Oh, no, there is a word for it.
Well, we didn't evolve from dinosaurs anyway, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, shout out to those with the long toes, the finger toes people out there, and Kelsey Plum's group chat.
Gross. Anyways, coming up, I make my DK game pick of the week, and we have some quick hits for you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Follow. This segment is presented by DraftKings. This Saturday, Providence Park sets the stage for a match between the second-ranked Orlando Pride and the sixth-ranked Portland Thorns. Orlando has been on a roll, currently tied for first, and just like last season, Barbara Banda is fast, fun, and leading the Pride with 4 goals in 6 games. She's currently averaging over 3 shots per game, so she's definitely my player to watch here. On the other hand, Portland is still finding their footing and identity as a team, but it does seem to be coming together on the offensive end, as they've scored 7 goals in their last 2 games. A player to look out for would definitely be one of my favorites, Olivia Moultrie. At just 19 years old, she's playing in her 5th season with the Thorns and is starting to come into her peak as a playmaker and the best player to score against the top offense. With that said, Orlando has been locked down on both ends of the field, tallying 14 goals for and only 4 against, so I'm going to go with the Pride to get the win on the road. This segment is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Sticking with soccer, the NWSL has formally applied to the U.S. Soccer Federation to create a new Division II league. And as somebody who covers the NWSL, this is much needed because there's so much players and so many players and so much talent coming into the league, but there's nowhere for them to go if they don't make a team. And I think every team will be required to have a Division II team. So we love that. Yep. And then with Washington, Cora Bethune is returning to the pitch, and this is so exciting because she was the Rookie of the Year last year, had to miss a whole bunch of games after tearing her meniscus and MCL, I believe, or maybe it was just meniscus, but she was out for a while, and I'm so happy to see her back. And lastly, everyone on the internet is debating this one question. Can 100 men take down one gorilla?
No, weapons, just hands? I don't know. I'd like to believe that 100 people could do it. What do you think, Logan?
I think without a weapon that fires bullets into the gorilla and knocks it out, I don't think they're doing it. I think it's delusional that men are even trying to question it or trying to plead their case that they can take it down. If that gorilla goes and snaps one person's head off or just runs at somebody, they're all going running. Let us know in the comments what you're going with there. But I know if I see a gorilla coming, I'm getting out the way. Speaking of getting out the way, our show is getting out the way because we are at the end of it. It was a big show, a wonderful one. Big thank you to Angel McCoughtry for pulling up and joining us throughout the show. Thank you to all of you for watching and tuning in. For those who have been with us for a bunch of episodes, if you're new, welcome. If you made it here and you haven't yet, please subscribe, follow our socials. We do this every Wednesday. We drop 7 p.m. Eastern on DraftKings Network, on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Good Follow is presented by DraftKings. I'm Ros. She's Logan. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.